Hello, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, for a little while, I had to really sit here and just really process a lot of Bray Wyatt's Wyndham Rotunda's Wyndham Rotunda's passing. So, aka Bray Wyatt. So, today I wanted to actually talk about why I loved the Fiend character and just Bray Wyatt himself, why I was such a fan and everything. So, this is how it all started. Back, what was it, 2019, 2020-ish? The puppets and everything, and then the whole Firefly Funhouse, incidents and such, Well, when the Fiend showed up, I got hooked. And the reason I got hooked with the Fiend and hooked with Bray Wyatt and everything as well is because if you really sit there and you really, really think about it, Bray Wyatt's character was about a dark time in your life. That's what a good 95% of his character was. A dark time in life. Everyone has a dark time in life, and that's why I really connected with the character. So that's why I connected with Bray Wyatt so much and his character. And I have dark times in life. People don't realize it, but I do. Everybody does. And then I seen the Fiend, and the Fiend was not, in my opinion, he wasn't just a reflection of revenge. Oh, this thing that, wants to, this thing that's supposed to be all powerful, and all that stuff. A thing that was about the Fiend as well was Bray Wyatt was a broken down man when he became the Fiend. If you really think about it, he was a broken down man when he became the Fiend. And me, there has been times where I have been broken down and I have, so, and that's why. So, another reason why I liked Bray Wyatt and the Fiend character so much. It was fresh. It was brand new. I hate to say it. All we got in wrestling nowadays is big, strong, fucking body muscled mans, and skinnier superstars, woman or divas. I mean, the woman or men wrestlers that, let me go up to do this 56, 80, 85 splash or whatever the fuck, And it's like everybody does that nowadays. No one can think of anything original. No one can, or no one can think of anything new. And when Bray Wyatt came back, it was always something newer. It was always something newer. Hell, he came back right before his passing. And the story, if you really sit there and think about it, the story was he was fighting with himself. He wanted to become better. He wanted to become, more of this more happier guy. He didn't want to be the monstrous Fiend that, people used to know 2-3 years ago. You get what I mean? And that was honestly fresh and brand new. Me, one reason why I'm not as into wrestling like I am, don't get me wrong. The wrestlers and what they do, they're good at it. They're good at it. But over time, it gets stale as shit to watch. You know, how many times do I want to see Ricochet or Kofi Kingston do these crazy spots? After a while, it doesn't become, oh my god, that was amazing. It becomes, oh, that's a cool spot. Seriously. You know, and it's like, and the sad thing is, there's nothing original in wrestling anymore. There's just not. Everybody is kind of the same. And it's true. You don't have to agree with me, but it's true. Look at Kofi Kingston. Look at Ricochet. What do they do? What do they do? They do high-flying shits most of the time, don't they? They do jumps and fucking, kick my leg like a karate fucking master type shit. And yes, it's cool when you first see it, but then when you see it 500 and something times, it gets stale. It gets boring after a while. So when The Fiend came into play, that was something that was brand freaking new. And that's why I liked it as well. And yes, because, of course, The Fiend was this monstrous kind of horror movie, villain as well. That's why I liked him too. But there's other, things behind him, so much. He was so good. He was so creative. He was so good at what he could do. I guarantee you, if he was still alive right now, and whenever he returned, like let's say if he was still alive right now, right? And if he returned, the next pay-per-view or some shit, I guarantee you he would have gotten that Uncle Howdy shit to fucking work. I guarantee you. More of the story, it would have came all together, and it would have worked. I already know. It would have worked. And what so if it didn't? He would have made something else, and that would have fucking worked. So, if the Uncle Howdy shit didn't. But, I guarantee you, and it's just so sad. It's sad that we lose a wrestler that's so creative, can just think outside of the box with stuff. I mean, how many wrestlers can really think outside of the box when it comes to stuff? Can you really name anybody? Name anybody that, I don't even know who there is, because you know why? Nobody can touch the goddamn shit that Bray Wyatt could do. Nobody can. And that's the thing. The dude was he was so creative when it came to shit. He was so good at what he could freaking do. When he tuned up in that freaking damn Firefly Funhouse shit, he legitimately gave you the vibes like, oh shit, what is he gonna do now? How many wrestlers gave you that vibe like, oh shit, what are they gonna do? You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Like, Bray Wyatt gave you those damn vibes, like, man, is this guy okay? Like, seriously. So, and it's just, it's such a sad thing that we get to lose somebody like that. At a fucking young age, too. Like, with me, it took me a few days here to really process it. It really did, And now I have to come with terms that there's nothing we can do. We can't bring him back to life. This ain't a fucking movie. We can't bring the dude, back to life from the fucking dead. We can't do that. So, and all we can do is sit there and watch his stuff. That's all we can do. Look back on the good times and watch his stuff. So, but yeah, that's basically why I liked Bray Wyatt and I liked the Fiend character so much. The number one reason, of course, it was obvious. The Fiend was just like a horror movie character. But it was a dark place in Bray Wyatt's life. you know, for the storylines and such, and I really connected with that. And again, there has been no other wrestler that has came up with amazing, talented stuff like Bray Wyatt. And I'm not dissing, I'm not throwing shade at Ricochet, Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins. I'm not throwing shade at any of them. If you had to ask me, who are some of the most athletic, one of the most like crazy spot wrestlers, I can name three dudes, three freaking dudes. AJ Styles, Ricochet, Kofi Kingston. There you go. So, and it's just like, yeah, and again, I'm not hating, I'm not throwing shade at any of those guys. What they can do, I bet half of you guys can't fucking do. Half the damn world can't fucking do out there. So, they're athletic as shit and they're really great at what they do, but they don't fucking hold a candle to what Bray Wyatt could do. And his storylines and the thinking and the coming up with stuff. He was a genius with it. So, but yeah, that's it. That's why I like Bray Wyatt and why I connected with him so much. If you ever wanted to know, there you go. So, but yeah, if you're wondering, am I gonna get any Bray Wyatt merchandise? I already bought one thing. It's supposed to come in the next, I don't know, week or two. So definitely be doing an unboxing about that. But all I want to really say now is rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda. You're gone too fucking soon, dude. You're gone too soon. And it's just sad. It's just a sad, sad thing. I'm not really gonna get into much of like how he died and all that shit, because I'm not a fucking doctor and I'm not gonna start making assumptions and all that bullshit. But if you want to know why he passed away or how he died, I think there's other videos and it's probably the news is out there by now. But I'm not making stupid assumptions and all that fucking bullshit. I'm just not doing it. But yeah. So, that's it. It sucks. He left over, 4 kids? But I mean, hey, all you can really do is sit there and watch this stuff. And I really do feel bad for his kids. I do. I feel bad for them, but the thing is, you never know when you're gonna pass away. Never know. Never know. So, yeah, so, anyways, everybody, like, comment, subscribe, again, rest in peace, Wyndham Rotunda, love you, dude, and I give you prayers to your family, your friends. Just a sad, sad world we live in, huh? But, see you people later.